Mile 1515. Wasn't able to get the top of Mount Everett. It would have been, excuse me, beautiful. But, wow. It's just, it was foggy. But I wanted to get a little something. About 6.5 miles. I came from this way, 6.5 miles from Great Barrington, Massachusetts, where I'm going to resupply. This kind of stuff that happens in the trail. Alrighty, gotta go. 15:16.
Like some fresh fruit we brought up?
Excuse me?
I have cherries and I have grapes. Would you like some?
Oh, no thanks.
Sure.
I'm heading into Great Barrington and I'm going to take the night in there.
Good for you. We were in there last night.
Yeah, I won't get to do a 0 though. I'll just get out again tomorrow. But I need to take a shower. At least that's what people tell me. Beautiful.
That is beautiful.
I've seen so many beautiful places. Massachusetts is different in a good way. It is.
I'm up from Florida, but I think I'm going to hike a piece of Massachusetts next year.
Yeah, it's got a different feel and look to it.
What are some of your favorites so far? I mean, you got the Georgia, North
The
Carolina.
weather has been so terrible
Yeah.
that there's a lot of places. Mile 1525.5. South Taconic Range is what we're going to be looking at. Mount Bear, Bushnell, Mount Race. I've already climbed those. Can you believe that? Mount Everett. Everett's the biggest. I've climbed those. Oh, wow. Look at that. I left out of Great Barrington at 11 o'clock. I was milking it as far as it'll go, since it's not a 0. But I'm trying to determine if I'm going to try to do a 13 to 15 mile day or 6 or 7 mile day. Am I willing to chance the storm coming in? And it's supposed to rain all night and quite a bit tomorrow. I'm trying to figure that out. Beautiful. Massachusetts. I forgot to get the elevation. I'll try to do that more because we're starting to pick up the elevation again. It's starting to really pick it up. All right, I came from that way. I headed down this way. More climbs today if I continue to go to that other shelter. Later. I'm staying tonight at the Tom Leonard shelter. Came down from up there, off the trail there. And here's the bear box I just put the Ursac in. That's the actual shelter. You see the TARDIS over there. My tent, TARDIS. Don't look big outside, inside it looks like a lot of room. I don't usually show the inside of these shelters, but his shelter had a porcupine problem here. He kept chewing and getting in, so they put this metal thing here just a few weeks ago, so it can't climb up. You go down that way, and behind that hill is more camping. Down here, this way is more camping. In fact, you see the sign, there's tent platforms back that way. I decided to get close to shelter because of the bear box being over there. And see, I've already finished eating, so I didn't have far to take it. I like to get as close to bear box as possible and we use it. And then in the morning, I don't have far to get it. Just go right over there. The privy's back that way too. You can see that building. Now it's a lot earlier than normal. I only went 6.4 miles from Great Barrington. Still a little bit over at 13 miles. I mean the average I gotta do for October 14th, but I do need to bring it back to October 13th and keep it there. October 13th or better. But it is right now gotten really chilly in just a short time. And the reason I did stop at 6.4 miles is because there's a storm coming. And the next shelter was over 5 miles away. And I could have made it. Or could I just don't know, but I didn't feel like being wet tonight. Getting up tomorrow, and it's supposed to rain through the night and rain also quite a bit tomorrow. So I decided to just be wet for just one day and be here, get all set up, get my mind clear, see the mileage, and start figuring some things out, and then getting going tomorrow and bring the average back up. So you know, I will hike in the rain, but that's the way it goes. One day versus two is just to me a lot better, because it's supposed to be sunny 3 days in a row after that. So I should hopefully be dry enough tomorrow evening, I hope, by the time I get to the spot. If not, at least I know it's dry the next day. It's kind of up here. And the big problem here is, like I said, a porcupine. They like to gnaw on our poles. Mine's part of the tent. Yeah, so, you know, won't try to get close to that. I got this all tight and ready for the storm. And I'm going to close this up all the way also. Of course, you always leave a little bit where air can come in some. Condensation possibilities. If the wind's blowing, it helps somewhat. All right. That's it. Still having a few things with the stomach, and it wasn't the stomach that stopped me. If it hadn't been for the rain in the forecast, I would have gone on anyway, even with the stomach thing. Alrighty. That's it. Later.